You up talking all times of the night, sharing pics and clips for them to secretly get snipped. There is so much back and forth. It is seeming like virtual intercourse. You on the phone gossiping, talking about what you think and feel. That the other person starts to get real about how they feel. They begin to think what they feel is real, until you tell them to get real and chill. Stay off those phones. Stay off those phones. Seeing you for your worth, they put you on D&D. D&D makes you crazy to the point you go into a frenzy and call back to back like you have insanity. Was it love or lust that has you about to combust? Stay off those phones. Stay off those phones. You up talking all times of the night, sharing pics and clips for them to secretly get snipped. There is so much back and forth. It is seeming like virtual intercourse. You on the phone gossiping, talking about what you think and feel. That the other person starts to get real about how they feel. They begin to think what they feel is real, until you tell them to get real and chill. Stay off those phones. Stay off those phones. Stay off those phones. Seeing you for your worth, they put you on D&D. D&D makes you crazy to the point you go into a frenzy and call back to back like you have insanity. Was it love or lust that has you about to combust? Stay off those phones. 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 Was it love or lust that has you about to combust? Stay off those phones. Stay off those phones.
All right, what's up, everybody? That song is "Stay Off the Phones." I haven't released that yet. I don't know what. I'll probably release it within the next 2 weeks. We'll see. But thank you, Adele. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Please thumbs up the live and beat your mercy. I appreciate it. Happy Friday to y'all. Y'all made it through the week. It's a Friday. This week is gone really, really fast. What is it, Friday? It's Friday. This week is gone so fast, y'all. So fast. I really don't have nothing to report in the real world news. I'm like kind of tired of the real world news, to be honest. For my stock people, Tesla sold off bad. They sold off like $50 because they selling cars, but they ain't making no profit. So that's pretty much the gist of it. They selling cars and they ain't making no profit. And Google fell too. But Google was doing well, but they spending money on capital expenditures. If you don't know what that is, it's just they upgrading. So the money they spend into upgrading is cutting into a profit. So Wall Street didn't like that, so they sold off. Now we'll see what happens today if they'll bounce back. I don't know. We don't know. It's an up and down game. And Trump he didn't put in no new tariffs, but he renewed the tariffs that were about to expire. So yeah, that's all I can tell you. And that Nolan Wells situation is sad. I'm following it, but I ain't doing no commentary on it because I just think that's tragic. You know, they're talking about the boy came back with no stomach, no throat. What? Yeah, so something ain't right in that whole situation. I don't know. Me personally, I feel based on everybody her lowering up, I think he got himself in a predicament where there was multiple people who will beat him up. You know, that's how I feel. Because they're just being too evasive about this. You know, so he says an interesting title of my show. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get right into it. So yeah, that's how I feel about that Nolan Wells situation. I really wish. I was like, damn, I wish Obama was in office. You know, because Obama would have sit over there and sit the feds down there to investigate and all that. But I think being who's in office now, he ain't too inclined unless somebody that he personally knows asks him to get involved. But in all honesty, I just don't know if you got the authorities covering up stuff. The only way this could be broken open if one of them people talk. That's it. But then will they talk? Because if they talk, they gotta live in that community and be shunned and whatever for the rest of their life. So the only way they gonna talk is if they got a means to get out of there. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's get into it real quick. First of all, Bertha May, and I don't know who that lady was. Sorry, I don't know your name. There's no disrespect. But Bertha May and her friend was on the phone in they 227 episode. I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was pretty entertaining. It was like as if you were listening to somebody's conversation and what you listened to. And it was between them two messy Bettys. So yeah, I thought it was interesting. I thought it was, fun. They didn't overtalk each other and they didn't keep referring to the chat. I think if they kept referring to the chat, then that would have kind of messed up the vibe of them being on the telephone. Bertha May being on StreamYard and then her friend being um, on the phone really, I felt, added a different spin to the situation. And they were able to bring us, their perspective. Nobody was off limits, but they were making fun of Uppity. Her friend talking about how uppity daughter keep throwing shit out the window and why she got bars on the window when she on the ninth floor and who go climb up there to rob her. It was funny. And then they said that baby keep breaking stuff. They go, 'cause I guess that baby broke the TV. So that lady was like, oh, she keep breaking my TV. Her head gonna be through the TV. It was entertaining. What's up, DVD? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Um, they went through a multitude of people. I can't remember. I mean, it was like 2 days ago. No, it wasn't 2 days. Was it Sunday? I think it might have been Sunday. But it was funny. I hope they keep it up. But yeah, it was. They went through a whole litany of people just roasting and gagging and everything. Talking about Catherine Powell and how her son is a bum. Yeah, yeah. It was very interesting and entertaining. So yeah, so definitely check that out. I hope they do that every week. All right, let's get into Jay Wilson versus Miss Regenia. All right, so Miss Regenia emerged. Happy belated birthday, Miss Regenia. Uh, Miss Regenia, I guess, emerged because she said she stopped going over to Jay Wilson's after the 1st of January, after he did her the way he did her. Then she hasn't really spoken about the situation because Ness hasn't got Ness for Ness went away. Then Ness came back, but Ness doesn't drop her link. So I guess she's a big fan of Ness and would have spoken on Ness panel if she had dropped it. So then she went over to Uppers. All right, and that's where all the conversation went and all that. Now I do remember that. I do remember that time they talking about a banner because everybody was getting on him about, yo, you still using a banner from I think what Billie Jean banner was the one that he was kept using. So he said he'll have a banner contest. Now I do think that was Miss Virginia's idea. Because I remember at the time when she happened to say, you ain't gonna get that lady no money for her idea, you just gonna take her idea. And then he put on his attitude, well, it's my channel, you know, he telling her who I can play, who I can get, like who I can reward and all that. So he was over there. Because I even took note too. I was like, damn, why is she over there like that? Like, why are you over there on it? But Jay Wilson do like he just discards you. And stuff like that. So apparently she said that he didn't want to pay her at first. Then he finally paid her once Ness and somebody else was saying something in the chat. Because he did take that lady's idea. He did take that. I think the whole idea came from Miss Virginia. He did take that lady's idea. And that's fucking wrong for you to sit there and take that lady's idea and then feel like you didn't have to give her nothing. And then what was even so bold about that one was he gonna sit up there and say he gonna take half off the pot as if the competition was for him. The competition wasn't for you. The competition was for you to find a banner to put up so you could be sometimes relevant. But James Wilson is not good with technology, which is sad, which is why he is so irate and upset with these younger generations that they get more credibility and credence than he does. I'm like, damn, okay. But yeah, so that's what happened there. Um, he took half the pot. Then Miss Regina was saying that she submitted hers, but he never showed her. She never showed all the entries. Then I guess yesterday he acknowledged the fact that he did get it, but it wasn't nothing moving. But I don't think many other things were moving. I don't know. That part was weird to me. I think he's just trying to find a reason to not have acknowledged her entry, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, it's that's just weird. Jay Wilson from the prayer cloths. People gave prayer cloths on the fact they thought that they would be in some way, somehow, in your presence during that process. Come to find out that it was never in your presence. It was in the presence of Vivian's pastor. People don't know Vivian's pastor, so why the hell would they ask for him to pray on? They were expecting you because you were up here portraying yourself to be someone of a religious background that was going to pray and bless people with it. Man, right? Then you had the whole the book where you sat up there and said that you need the money to hire or let's say the pamphlet to hire editor, and it come to find out allegedly the editor was Vivian. But you do a lot of scheming and scamming, boy. Mm. What's up, Yvonne? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Happy Friday to you. I hope you're doing well. And then the other thing is, what's the other thing? Um, so his whole attitude, he just got a nasty disposition. Just a nasty disposition. So let's get into what's going on with him currently. So something's not going right with him. And I posted on my community wall because I had peeked in over there and I said, look at them arms. Them arms are that of a toddler or them arms are that of someone who's in their 80s. For real, for real. That's the muscle mass of somebody that's in your 80s. I think honestly, the reason why he was getting that stuff in his face because he saw before we saw that his face was like I don't know what you call melting. His face is becoming droopy, and he wanted to install that plastic silicone to thinking that would be a remedy to uphold his face. Because to be honest, something's not right. Either he overdosed on that shit or he took too much of that stuff, and now he can't control the effects of it because he going to the gym, but there ain't no muscle nowhere. You going to the gym, and I know there's this before and after picture where he was out there when he had some weight on him with these Herculean arms and things like that, trying to flex his arms and all that, be a Casanova to the ladies. Now he can't even do that. His arms look like he got a string bean as a muscle. He look like he got a string bean. And I saw that arm like, oh my God, that's a grandpa arm. That's a grandpa arm. Ain't no muscle. And so he can't even curl the muscle up into a ball. When he curled it into like a little line. So I feel like he done set up there and took them too many GLP-1s trying to rush the process and he done fucked himself up. He done messed himself up. He done messed himself up. And that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, that's it's scary and it's crazy to see because he was like, I'm gonna get to my goal weight. Well, I think he's way past his goal weight now. He looking like a feeble old man out here. He is. And he needed, I mean, I hate to say this, but he needed to sit up here and start worrying about his vulnerability. Meaning that a man should be able to protect himself. And in his feeble state, I don't think he's gonna be able to protect himself. He look like skin and bones. By the time October come, he'll be right in line for Halloween season. Cause he gonna be a skeleton. For real, for real. Trust and believe. I'm telling you right now, that shit, I mean, I don't care for the man. I don't care for the man, but something's not right. Something's not right. I mean, I ain't gonna say what I want to say. I ain't gonna say what I want to say, but I hope he ain't got something because he moving right along the lines of a mega pastor out here who passed away. Now you connect the dots, and I hope, and if you look at, it, I hope that's why you weren't pushing prep and all that at that time because you qualified to have it. I'm just saying because I'm just because of all the stuff you could have been pushing, you was pushing prep. Mm, I don't know, but and I'm not being facetious and I'm not being vindictive and I'm not being way over the top. But your look ain't right. Your look is not right. Something's not right about that. Something's not right. And well, then I can say, look at Al Sharpton. That ain't right either. He turned into a big ass helium balloon. Was a helium balloon. And now he over there looking like a skeleton 3 months before Christmas. I mean Halloween. So I don't know what's going on. Y'all better stop playing with these sciences. God made your body a certain way. You start introducing these things into your body that God get upset. God is a jealous God. God is a jealous God. He don't like that stuff when you sit up here and start tampering with stuff and it's due to vanity. What's up, Daria? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. It is wild. Everything's wild about that man. He up there driving in the car. Talking about, I could drive in the car because I got a job that I could drive in the car. Yeah, Uber. Uber, that's what you got. Now let's move over to Vivian, the pole dancer. Now, Vivian, you over there talking about, oh, I gotta go to the pole. I don't really want to go to the pole. I gotta take a class to be on the pole. Now, why are you sitting up there complaining about being a civil servant and talking about you stay busy? You stay busy because you make yourself stay busy, not because you have to be busy, but you make yourself stay busy. How are you gonna sit up there and say you dread about talking about you don't want to be at the pole, but you gonna take a pole management class? Come on, Vivian. Come on now. Stop dreading being a civil servant when that's something that you decided to volunteer and do. Okay. All right. Just saying. Now, if you sign up to be a poll worker or a poll moderator or a poll overseer, you know that a lot of the stuff that y'all deal with, y'all signed up for. You should be glad to guide people through the process of voting. Okay? Anyway, I gotta get out of here. And then she over there taking people's license plates. You gotta be careful, Vivian. Somebody see you taking their license plate and then doing a crime, and you might turn around and wind up in the line of fire, sitting up here trying to be a fake ass wannabe private investigator. Okay, Columbo. All here trying to be a fake ass investigator, trying to take the people because they behind a bank or something. I said, see, that's how innocent people get wrong. They go back and get your license plate. They go back and rob the bank. They come back and try to get you later. You better stop playing out here bored. See, your boredom gonna get you in trouble, baby. Go, do something. Do something. I don't know. Go raise a cow or some shit. But leave people alone, Vivian. All of the other people's business. What you gonna do? Try to get snitch of the year? You better stop, Vivian. Snitching on yourself because you bored. Um. Okay, so that I talked about that. Anything else I want to talk about regarding Jay Wilson over there talking about trying to stir up that whole Tommy and Castro situation again? Um, I don't know. Apparently, Tommy got his ass whooped. I don't. They said some people got. I ain't seen the footage. I didn't see it, but that'd be interesting to see. But that's dangerous. Why put y'all? Apparently, they were saying that Tommy thought he could whoop this person's butt. I guess he had a new relationship, like he did Castro, and this person wasn't no Castro, and I guess got a chair and whooped that ass. And then Tommy Herbert snatched it offline. But I don't know. I haven't seen it, but apparently it's out there. So we'll see. Um, what's the other thing I wanted to say about Jay Wilson? Oh, he up there. And this pisses me off every time he says it. So he has mentally conditioned himself to say, I shall. This is a show. This is a show. So if this is a show, then why you get so rattled about what other people say? It is not a show. It's a place where you cyber harass and bully. That's all it is. And you conditioned yourself so that you mentally can evade the responsibility of your words and your actions. Because all the time, Jay Wilson was something that he was trying to co-sign with Uncle Claude. So, yeah, when I cooked this up, I ain't thinking nothing about this. Bullshit, Uncle Claude, you may have. And Uncle Claude, I don't know how you could sit next to him when he made a joke about your wife. He said something about, I don't even want to say it, about your wife not being passed away. He didn't say it the way I say it. I'm saying it the politically considerate, emotional way for your emotions. But he said this recently when your wife had passed. He said, Uncle, his wife is like something about her not being in the buried. How can he say it without trying to offend that man? Your wife hasn't passed long enough yet, and you out here looking at other women or whatever, or something like that. Pretty much saying that. And I'm like, and I think it has something to do with you being on another woman's panel. I don't know if it was at MU at the time, and I'm not going to throw her name in it, but it was regarding you socializing with other women. It was other, I mean, it was Lolo. I don't know. But yeah, he said, oh, your wife ain't been in the ground that long, or something like that along that line, trying to be funny. I'm like, damn. And then to see you over here co-signing for the man that stood up there and try to kind of throw a shot at you and your wife, and someone's hinting that, oh, you easily moving on. That's the way it came across. You easily moving on after your wife has passed to the point that you conversing with these women on here. So, and I see you co-signing away. He was saying, oh, I'm sure when you do sign off, you don't think nothing about this application. But in turn to him, he can't sit over there and co-sign on that. This is a revenue stream for him, a much needed one. That's why he was sitting over there putting other motorists' safety in jeopardy looking at the screen. Go back and look at his live. He was literally when you're driving a vehicle, your hands are supposed to be on the wheel and your eyes are supposed to be focused on the roadway. You go look at that vehicle. 2 times at the short time in which I was watching that live, he took his eyes off the road to go squinch and look at the comments on the screen. Let me say that one more time. He took his eyes off the road and squished and looked at the comments on the phone, putting all other motorist safety in jeopardy for something he just says, oh, this is YouTube entertainment. So other people's lives are entertainment to you? Other people's lives are entertainment to you? That's crazy. You said it was MU? Okay, because I didn't want to bring her into no situation that she ain't had no connection to. But yeah. That's the person you trying to big up. So yeah, crazy. Let me see what else y'all saying. What's up, the Taps? How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Friday to you. If y'all want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Surfing Crown. I'm still working on that begging song. It's a part of it. I'm trying to make sure I get it right because I really don't want to have to rewrite that song if it don't come out right using AI. So I'm doing my necessary due diligence and stuff like that. So yeah, because I'm tired of that. That shit got to be addressed. That was ridiculous. All right. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Surfing Crown. All right, the next one, we talked about Tommy, and we're going to talk about Limit and Danger and Briiine Weird when we come back. All right, we'll come back in a minute. We're going to take a brief commercial break. Feel free to thumbs up the like, please. It's free. Ain't got nothing hard to do. We just hit a little button. All right, we'll be right back. Here we go, D&D.
I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me.
Yeah, I put you on D&D because you annoy me. At first you were cool when I met you at school, but all you do is act a fool.
Hearing you burp and fart while we spoke heart to heart was wrong even from the start.
I put you on D&D because you fail to understand how annoying you be.
You call me all times of night as if that is alright. You wanna gossip about mess when I need my rest. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me.
I can no longer handle your stress, so I must do what is best, and that is put you on do not disturb, because I'm highly perturbed at the fact that you incessantly call me back to back on matters that are whack and that don't make no stacks. And I am tired of hearing you smack, so get back and don't ever call me back.
I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D. I got you on D&D. I got you on D&D, so stop bothering me. I got you on D&D.
All right, Yvonne, thank you so much for your generosity. We do celebrate those who give. So thank you so much.
Somebody ought to praise him in here.
Thank you, Yvonne. I really do appreciate your support. While we're talking about AI music, they are considering, I forget who does that. There's some agency, I forget. They are considering trying to put labels on AI generated music, which I have no issue with because just like they do explicit lyrics, they're trying to consider putting AI music, like an AI music label on it. But that's not far enough because, I mean, well, that's not good enough. I feel they're going to have to specify, what part of it was it AI, the whole song AI composed, or was it the music, or was it the lyrics? Because then, but I do think there needs to be some separation. I ain't got no problem with the transparency of people thinking it's a real artist or whether it's an AI artist. I have no problem with that. Do what y'all do. Because at the end of the day, what I know is that people are going to support what they think sounds good. You know, now if that person want to fall in love with a human character or a human person, that's fine. I mean, I guess they get a caution of, well, you fall in love with a persona. So, yeah, but that's what I heard that they're considering doing because they sing a lot of songs that are top on the charts are AI. So I'm like, interesting. So, yeah. All right, so let's get into Brian real quick. So, child, listen to this. There's going to be some drama over there where Brian lives. I'm gonna tell you right now. And if we don't hear about it, it's because he don't sit up here and disclose it. But there's going to be some drama over there with Brian lives, and let me tell you why. Brian moved over there where Homework died. At first, he lied and said he did, but then he found out he did. Now, Homework man got a white roommate. Now, when I heard when Brian said this, I'm not making this up. I'm not being facetious. I'm not interjecting some details. But when Brian said that he had a white roommate, I'm like, interesting. Why couldn't you just say he had a roommate? Words can tell you so much about a person's thought process or the unconscious thoughts that are going on. So why Brian said his homework guy had a white roommate? I said I was gonna be real messy. Say, Mississippi moves in with Brian's friend. But I said, no, let me stop. Now I'm trying to tell you the discipline I show towards others and their feelings. Because that would have been real messy if I said Mississippi moves in with Brian's friend. But I didn't. I didn't. So I guess Brian said they were down there because he had mentioned the other line over like brothers. I don't know. I'm like, who we talking about? But I think he thinks a horror guy is a brother. So I guess they were down there. I don't know, watching a movie together. That shit sound like some college stuff. That sounds like some stuff we did in college. Go to the other person's dorm room and go to whatever. So he went down there and they watched the movie together. But let me tell you something, that is not gonna work out well because Brian gonna get feelings for homework guy, or Brian gonna get feelings for that white guy, and that's gonna be mayhem. And homework guy already busted out Brian's windows before. So you start trying to creep up on his man, or he says a roommate. So I don't know, man. He may not be in a relationship, but either way, that's not a good mix. And we know how volatile Brian is, and now that's your domain. Somebody gonna have to get up out of there. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. So that's what I want to say about that. All right, lastly, I'm going to end on Lemon real quick. So now, I'm gonna say this right now. The last I know, Lemon has not gone live on this page. Let me say that again because this is very important with what I'm about to say. What's up, Philly T? Did I say hello to you, Philly T? How you doing, Philly T? I hope you're having a great start to a wonderful Friday. All right, I appreciate your support. Yeah, Yvonne. My. So that ain't gonna go right. That's not gonna. Somebody gonna get jealous. Something ain't gonna happen. Something not gonna happen. I mean, something like, oh, Brian gonna try. Even if it is a platonic situation between homework guy and a white roommate, Brian gonna try to creep up on the white roommate. Okay, it is what it is. And then homework guy gonna feel some kind of way, and then go bust Brian in the head with a brick. I'm just telling you, it is. It's just a matter of time. You know that they all what they call it, filled with sex and lustful over there, child. All right. So let's talk about Lemon. And the reason why I said Lemon hasn't been on this page, am I correct? Because this the last I heard, Lemon hasn't been on his page. Now he's been on other people's pages. Now I heard that, I did see that from people. Now the reason why I want to say that is because I feel he's perfectly mandated not to go live, and they're monitoring his page. But he knows that maybe they're not monitoring other pages, so may not be able to see that he's on other people's lives, right? Because he's not going live on his page. What's up, Auntie Donna, baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Blessed with another day. Yes, indeed. Stay strong, sister. Stay strong. So they monitor his page, but they can't, he's not, they see that he's not going out his page, so they think that he's abiding or adhering to whatever terms and conditions that he's been mandated to uphold or whatever. So he's circumventing again. But this is what I want to say, and this is kind of a continuation from my live I did yesterday. Lemon is creating a lot of enemies, and he's creating the worst kind of enemy. He's creating an enemy of people who he got close to offline in an emotional kind of way and then turning on him. Right? Like I said, apologetically, Mika, she did a live yesterday, or unapologetically, Mika did a live yesterday regarding him and all that he did and how he portrayed her. And what he's doing is he's using other people's enemies to get close in to deal with them and sharing potentially personal information about the person he just fell out with the person he's trying to get close to. Who's that person? Very dangerous game. Apologetically, Mika says that she can take her time with him, meaning that her quest for revenge or retribution is not going to be quick and fast. It's going to be slow and painful. So I hope he knows what he's doing. Well, he knows what he's doing, but he's just dumb. I just don't know why you get this thrill out of toying with people emotionally. People invested in him emotionally, and now he's going to set them off. But that's it. He's full. Like I said, maybe he wants to create his own demise. What's up, J Lee Chronicles? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope it's all well your way. And happy Friday to you. So yeah, he's playing a very dangerous game. I do feel like also that program that he's on or something. I think he might have effed up the community service part, and now he's been mandated to go to some rehab facility because we know this ain't the way he moves. This is not the way he moves, and whatever. I really don't care. I would hope one day he just pop up and start to be a productive member of society because the older you get, the less people care. I hate to say it, right? Because you're more set in your ways, which he is. He's defiant, intentionally defiant, and he says he could do whatever the hell he wants, or he'll lie. He'll lie, blatantly lie, to make you think that he's trying to abide, and that's farther from the case. So I don't care. I just hope that nobody don't pop up on his door. Cause I told him, I said, if you didn't learn anything, how touchable you were, how accessible you were, is when Audio Pump set up there and came up to you. You better be, and I think maybe that may have been a warning from God, to be honest, because if Audio Pump was more deranged and then wasn't more like forward thinking, because he was thinking, oh no, all the cops are coming, or wasn't as worried about the ramifications of his actions, that could have really turned murky, for real. Because if Audio Pump could have found him, who is to say that somebody would be sitting right there in a car waiting to get their retribution again? If that was anything, that should have did a 180 and had him shape up, but instead he didn't take it seriously. So, God, if you know how God works, God will give you so many warnings before you have to suffer the ramifications or of your actions. But he said he probably don't even believe in God. He believe in Lucifer. So, but be prepared to deal with those ramifications for real, because they coming. The older you get, did you pay your taxes? Did you pay your taxes, Libby? All that stuff is going to come to the forefront. You're going to have to pay one day. They may not send you a notice this year. They may not send you a notice next year. They like, you see what they do to the athletes. They like to wait for stuff to pile up, so they have to pay interest on it. All right, keep playing, and then one day, the way it works, one day it all explode at one time. Boom. Be the IRS. Then it'll be your housing, and then you get sick, right? And then here come the po because of something you done did, or you didn't fulfill your obligation, or you let your license expire, or you didn't give them no paperwork, or you didn't call your parole officer on time, or you didn't turn in something on time, you didn't file something on time, and they'll hit you all at one time. That's how life works. Keep playing. Keep playing. Keep playing. So, all right, I'll drop my link in case anybody got anything they got to say, and then I got to get up out of here. But remember, big change y'all want to be in the world. Don't take life for granted, y'all. Every day's a gift. Every day's a damn gift. And let me tell you something. This man nearly fell out. I don't know. And died. I don't know if he died, but he had a medical episode. Y'all, please be careful of what y'all are putting in your body every day. I know it's food out there for us to consume. We can go to McDonald's, Burger King. We can get a hamburger. We can get a Whopper. We can get a pizza. We can get a soda. We can get, a Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwich. All that stuff. But listen, all that stuff is processed. All that stuff is not good for you. And all your body will warn you, but you have to listen to the signs of your body. You only get one body. Please, y'all, be careful what you put in your body. I'm not telling y'all that, don't reward yourself or don't enjoy the good things, but do it in moderation. Do it in moderation because, like I said, that man almost passed out. They say he almost died. They say, I don't know, turned blue or something, and then came back to life. And I was like, all because all that man all he do is just eat bad, I don't know, bad stuff. But he always talking about where he can get this and where he can get that at, and who got a discount. Be careful what y'all put in your body, y'all. I honestly say that because you only get one. For real, for real. Okay. Yvonne says, I know, scary, just sitting. Yeah, it is. It is scary, just sitting there. You don't know. And I'm hearing where women live, a lot of people live out there. A lot of people live out there. And that's the scary part about it. Yeah, you're right, Philly T. Warning comes before destruction. Dub says I only got 30 likes, y'all. Please don't up the likes. Please, I don't add. It does something in the algorithm, y'all. But please, that's a sign of appreciation. I don't come out here. I'll be outwardly vicious. I provide y'all music, all that. Yes, please stay safe. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Yvonne, since you put a color on it, let me know what song you want played on this Friday. Let me know what song you want played on this Friday. But yeah, but that's what I got to say about that. Because like I said, we ain't never seen no one before like that before, and that's not a good thing. Usually, people will ease up on what they're doing when things will get serious, right? If you say this is a show, then those factors outside the show will cause you to reconsider how you move it. At least change it up a little bit. But now, from what I'm hearing, I don't think that's happening, and that's kind of scary. That you don't even care for your mama, you don't care for your sister, that's crazy, man. You selfish. You selfish as that. That's up. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate that. Happy Friday to you. Yvonne, what you say? Stay safe, y'all. Take care. Yvonne, put what song you want so we can hear it and get up out of here. Child, you put a color on it. It's like a jukebox. You pay at the jukebox. You press the song. So what song you want, Yvonne? Thank you, the Let's start with F. Okay. All right. Fabuloso. That's what they call Fabuloso. All right, y'all. We're gonna play Fame. It's gonna be the YouTube version, y'all, because the other version I had to put down real quick. All right, y'all. Here we go. Fame. Y'all have a great and wonderful Friday. I may be back later. I don't know. But if you want to, feel free to send a gesture outside. Surfing crowd. I know. I got you, Yvonne. It'll be tremendously appreciated, y'all. If y'all do. Thank y'all. Have a good one. Happy Friday, y'all.
Insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. There is this man who is chasing fame, but the fame has him going insane. He hits the bottle to make himself think he is a rebel. The bottle has him thinking he can revel and meddle with devils. His life is full of strife because he lives for drama that causes pain and creates disdain. Fame has him going insane. Fame has him going insane, insane. Has a dream of being a star. Little does he know he can't handle the burdens of what he sees from afar. The poison in his bottle will keep him from being chosen. There's poison makes him spew obscenities that offend many. He has no sense of loyalty, even to those who are royalty. Lies and lies to the point we wonder why. He stretches his mama out trying to chase clouds. She yells and screams because she knows his quest for fame is only making him a lame while driving her insane. They has a going insane. They has a going insane.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a great Friday. Hopefully, I'll be back later. Thank you, Yvonne, for your kindness. Thank you, DVD, for dropping the links as to where people can find the music. Thank you to my wonderful moderators, and thank you to my members and casual fans alike. I will talk to y'all soon. Remember to be the change I want to see in the world, and health is wealth. Okay? Talk to y'all soon, and yes, happy Friday. Bye, y'all. Take care.